Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to make the basic drums for three forms of electronic music. Trance, drum and bass, and dubstep. These are bare bones drum beats. They're just one bar loops, nothing more, so 4 beats. Obviously you can mix them up a lot more than this, change it. You don't want to have the same drum loop droning on the whole time. So the first one I'm going to do is Trance, and it's a fairly simple beat. It's a kick on each beat, so ba 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 ba. Then you have your open hats on the off beat, as you can see right there. Then you have hats. I do them this way, so it's 3 3 3 3. There's not one when the open hat hits, so it kind of sounds like this. And that's using a really typical open hat, so it's kind of like this. Where is it? Oh, let me turn the release up. The closed hat I'm using is this one, so it sounds like this. It's very tick, 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 tick. The other open hat, or the other closed hat I have is this one too, which is similar to this. So yeah. Then the clap I'm using is like this. Most times I would put a reverb on it, and I'd EQ the high end up a little bit. The next one I have is drum and bass, which is done at 175 typically. You can have faster, you can have slower. It's all personal preference. Oh, by the way, the trance one is that one was at 135. So the drum and bass one sounds kind of like this. Okay, so what we have going on here is you have a snare or a clap or whatever noise you want to use. You could even use a sound like this. That one always sounds kind of cool. But it's a snare on each second beat. Then you have a kick at the beginning of the first beat and on the off beat of the third. So it's boots, boots, boots. Okay? And then you have open hats, just like on the trance one, on every off beat. Now, for the hi-hats, I do them a little weird. I have that really hi-hat on the kind of off beat of the closed hat, so it looks kind of like this. So you have that kind of open hat sounding one, followed by this. This one's kind of like a half open. So there you go. That switches really fast, so you can kind of hear it here. I'll show you what it sounds like. Sounds like this. Like that. Also, with these snares, I have layered a clap. Forgot to mention that. Alright, so the next one is dubstep, which is fairly easy. Most dubstep uses a snare and a clap combined to kind of give it that really punchy snare sound. And the kick is done many different ways. I kind of did it in the typical 2-step beat, which is what dubstep was originally based off of. But there are many variations. You can just have a kick on each beat and a clap on every second, kind of like trance without the open hats. It's done many different ways, but this is probably the most typical that I hear. So it sounds kind of like this. Oh, wait, tempo. I do it at 60. That's more for down tempo. If you're going to do it at 120, which a lot of dubstep is, you spread this over 2 bars instead of 1. So you still have the same tempo for the drums, but you have a different tempo for all your basses and wobbles and leads and stuff. So here's how it kind of sounds. And there you have it. So those are kind of the basic beats for the big 3 is what I call them. The other one would be hardstyle, but that's really just a kick on every beat, but it's a heavily distorted one. Maybe sometime I'll do a tutorial on that. That's a long process, and I don't quite have it down. I can make a kick that sounds okay, but nowhere's near what I would want to show people. So yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching.